It's like being on your radio show.
Yes, I'm in Lauren Mantecon's studio. I'm here with the artist. And Lauren used to be in Portland, Oregon, but now she's in Sausalito, and she's in this fabulous, big studio, great big building. She's doing both figurative and abstract work. Now, what is the name of this place again? Sorry, Industrial Center?
The Industrial Center building. It's a Liberty Ship building. If you look up, it's like a giant quantum hut.
Oh.
And right now it houses over 100 artists in this space.
Okay.
There's some architectural firms, there's some graphic designers, there are visual artists, filmmakers.
All right, now talk to us first of all about these big panels. Like, I assume this is a diptych that we're looking at here.
They're all diptychs, yes.
They're all diptychs.
So there's 4 diptychs.
And did you make these all at the same time, or?
Pretty much. Well, I've been here a year now.
Okay.
And there are layers of paint that are done of acrylic on birch.
Mm-hmm.
And they're diptychs in that sense, whereas the figure work is diptychs, and I've pretty much have worked that way for many years, that deals with the separation between above and below.
Okay. So that separation in this work is really important for you.
Yes.
All right, well, tell us why.
The atmospheric perspective, the separation between the body and how we might detach from our mind and our emotions, and what our spiritual or desire for a spiritual connection might be.
Uh-huh.
And as we sort of walk on this earth plane, we sometimes connect and then disconnect. We're constantly coming back and forth to that.
Well, let's go through one of these. I don't know, I'm kind of attracted to this green one, and it's reading really well in my camera. Just tell us about it. Like
This right here is very atmospheric, but then dropping back into space.
Uh-huh.
And it's not quite done. There's
Okay.
a little more detail that's going to happen, but I've been reading a lot about quantum physics and string theory.
Okay.
And how we're all interconnected and sorted through vibrational frequencies. So the idea of what can be seen or not seen. And so taking color fields, if you will, green, having a different vibration than yellow.
Uh-huh.
This one has got sort of this undulating form that's coming in and out. And then there's these orb balls. And there's different theories that are going on with orbs that you can sometimes see in your camera. And there's these schools of thought that's kind of fun. If you go to Wikipedia, it talks about, well, it's just the atmosphere of water. Like if there's water in the air, you're going to capture these orbs. But there's also this New Age movement that talks about orbs coming in as spirits. And I just love that idea of just mystery and play. I don't know if it's real or true or not, but as a visual language, I'm sort of playing with that push and pull of that, something that's very solid versus something very atmospheric.
Can I ask you now, when you went into these paintings, how much of it is planned? I mean, like, for instance, did you know it's going to be green? Do you know it's going to be yellow? How are you planning your work, or not?
Here's a great idea. This piece was started, the yellow piece right here, and the only part left is that was original, was this. So it became 3 or 4 paintings.
I see.
So I just keep going and I build up the layers. There's also collage in here that got placed, and then it got painted, and then it got sanded, and then it got painted again.
Okay.
So it's about, but you know, as a painter, the building of history, the building of a history of what you know exists underneath, what you choose to expose, what you don't choose to expose, and also a panoply of surface. There's a high glaze here, and this is flat. Very subtle play, but for me, I enjoy that dialogue.
Okay, now I want to take you down here a little bit, just to some of these smaller works here. I like them very much. You've got this metallic, kind of a metallic thing going on here. Am I right about that?
Yes.
All right. So, I love this too. So tell us about it. What's going on here?
This is literally just a play of cells, energy, or balls, and this is a grounding chord. So it's that sort of spirit, earth spirit. Looks like a lollipop on one level, but
or a tree maybe, or I don't know. How about this one?
That piece kind of, I don't have the original, it's gone, but it's sprung off of this little piece right here. You can see
Okay.
sort of the atmosphere, and it
This
was
was a
about the
postcard from an exhibition
yes, at
a few
Ventura
years
College
ago.
last year.
Oh, okay, last year.
And it was the first piece I made in the studio here
Oh.
last year. This was about the death of a friend, so very much about sort of who she became after she died, like when you evaporate and become soul. What does soul look like? I don't know. So this was the second piece after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
but connected.
Connected, that's
Now,
right.
these are more experiments.
Yeah, now what's going on with this? This is nice.
So,
Is this finished? It looks finished to me.
yeah, there might be a few things going on here, but just very subtle things. So there's this one line, separation, and also in here you can see through the texture of the circle.
There's a circle there. I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Kind of an oval.
Yeah,
Kind
which,
of
you know, the
oval.
ovals are a repetitive form that have been in my work for the last 7 or 8
So
years.
now, Lauren, how do you know when it's done with these abstract works? How, I mean, because I've seen the blue and then you put the yellow on top. So what happens to you when you know it's done?
That's a trick question.
Yeah, kind of, huh? I mean, is it a mood or it's just you just know from composition? Or because your journey is done, like you're in, because I know you're kind of process oriented. Is it processed out for you and then it's done?
I can, if I leave a piece in the studio too long, paint over it because I'm over what's initially been the first spark.
Interesting.
That I have to put things away and relook at them months later,
Yes.
and then that's usually how it's decided.
That's how it's decided. So if somebody really loves something, they have to take the painting away from you. It's probably a good idea.
That has happened.
Let's talk a little bit about these pieces over at the other end of the studio. So figurative work. Well, first of all, can you tell us, are they related to your abstract work? I mean, what's going on to have you go in this direction?
It's actually a revisiting of a direction that I started with many years ago.
Okay.
My first degrees in photography, and I was photographing the body as sort of a reconstruction and deconstruction of the body as body image. Having come way back years ago from an eating disorder. Now these pieces, they're still diptychs, except the bodies are now cut in half. They're about fragility, vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
Fragility,
Yeah,
to be
okay.
fragile.
Yes, yes.
Transparency, how we're seen as personalities and the stories we might hold and the clothing that we wear.
And they are collage, okay? Are these old patterns? What are they made
It's
of?
old patterns. Now what happened, Ava, is I was at a garage sale a few years ago and I picked up an old pattern of a Vogue pattern of a wedding dress. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to put this away and use it in a piece someday. I moved into this studio and along with the Donna piece that I showed you, I picked up some canvas just to play. And literally, probably in about a day and a half, this piece happened. Actually, it was a piece a lot like this, but I have sold it since, and I'm trying to now create a body of about 7 of these. This piece is called Figure Fit for a Wedding. This one's called Figure Fit for Staying, Figure Fit for Leaving, and Figure Fit for Balance.
What's going on the inside? What are we doing
Well,
here?
if you look at all of them,
Okay.
they have, if I have for my own sense of going
Nice.
through life, I respond through my emotions in a guttural way. So I think what's intuitively, as I made these, not really planning it out as a concept, a pre-concept, is it's that guttural response of what goes on, like, you know, when you're hit in the gut, the belly. So it's actually exposing it and protecting it. And another way, these jewels around it is like, I'm going to contain you, expose you, bring it out. So it's in this one. This one's more caged. And this one's up a little higher where the sternum is.
And you consider yourself a mixed media artist,
yes.
not necessarily